This is how it looks when it's ready. Yeah, the steam is coming out into the camera. Perfect. So I have to clean it or something. Yeah. As you can see, all the ingredients are above the water, and you can just put it out into a plate without the water, preferably. Let it go off into the pot and then put it into the plate. Then I usually prefer to eat it with a small fork, so I will eat the food slowly. So yeah, that's how it looks in a plate. Oh boy, yeah, I messed that up on purpose for the video. I need to make a video for YouTube, but I'm also hungry, so yeah. You're going to get a nerd cooking video. I'm going to make some rice, whatever you call it. I just throw things together and cook it and then eat it, yeah. So, sliced mushrooms, non-toxic, some green beans, already cut and cleaned and stuff, some hot dogs, 3 of them, the whole pack cost maybe $2, and rice and some universal seasoning. It's vegetarian, but yeah, I don't really care. If it has a pig in it, I wouldn't care. Okay, so preparing it, quite easy. If I can open the packaging, I will use about 3 of them, worth a few cents, and cut them up. Like that. Perfect, the refrigerator started on time. Cut them up. I mean, it's not mandatory, but yeah, it takes a lot of time. But I find it that spreading the meat all over the place, so with every bite you get some, it's better, for me at least. I just cut them in these little pieces. Smaller than bite size, so yeah. That's the main point of it. Yeah. Wait, it's not focusing. What are you doing, man? Focus! That's adorable. What's the camera doing? That was funny. Okay. It's an old phone that I'm filming this with. So, yeah. That was funny. So you just cut this up. I'm going to leave all mistakes in the video. First of all, because it's easier that way, and second of all, so people can learn maybe. Learn from others' mistakes. That's the whole point of learning. So yeah, this didn't turn out really well. I cut it like an idiot, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. So why I cut it like this is because if I only cut coins, circles, then it breaks while cooking, and then the shape is not that aesthetic. So yeah, I don't really care usually how my food looks, but if I can make it better with a minimal amount of work, then I do it, because it will please the senses while you're eating. So yeah, this is the meat. Then I just drain the juices from these cans, because they are very, I mean, they are seasoned, but I don't like the taste. They don't really match. Okay, it's drained. I also drain this, and it focuses on something else. It doesn't want to focus again. What is this guy doing? Hey, focus here and focus there. Oh boy. Lots of fluids here. Oh boy. And the smell of beans. Freshly cut green beans. Okay, so let me show you how it looks. And the mushrooms, like this. They are also sliced, ready to cook. And the trick I use for the rice, I measured 100 grams of rice, and it fits inside this. So if I want 100 grams, I just pour it in there and be done with it. Some people like to measure it, but that's kind of stupid, to be honest, to measure it every time on a scale. So just pour in 100 grams of pre-boiled rice. This is pre-boiled rice. This will have a much better result. Put it in the pot. Maybe 150 grams now. Or should I do 200? I don't know. Whatever. 160. So let's put away the rice. Even though it's pre-boiled, I usually wash it again. And I usually put more water than needed, like half a pot of water, so I can make sure that it doesn't evaporate and I don't burn the rice. It's always better if, at least in my experience, it's always better to put more water. So yeah, I just put the stuff in. Hope I'm not forgetting something, because it's been a while since I cooked. Put in everything. Can I turn the camera there? Should I? Let's just pull the cooker in. Yeah, it's doable. It's kind of dirty, but yeah. So can I adjust the angle like that and put in the other stuff like this? Mushrooms. And where did I put that? Oh, out of the way. Perfect. The green beans. It's always a good idea to watch as you pour it, because you never know. There may be a stone inside or a bug or something, whatever, so you can catch it in time. So that's it. Oh wait, yeah, there was something. Nah, I just cook it and eat it. I don't have time now. Okay, put some universal seasoning in, like half a spoon or a teaspoon. This is a bigger spoon. For one person I put in about that much. I know it's not very healthy, it's got dangerous salts and whatever, but yeah, it makes the food taste okay. Otherwise it can turn out not okay, and then you don't enjoy eating it. Okay, it's in, and let's start. uh, First I use maximum power on this induction cooker. I use maximum power until it boils, and then I reduce the power and set the timer for 20 minutes. So to start it, I just press the power button, and let it boil. And after it boils, I use a trick, because this is a piece of shit cooker. I put in a, how can I show you, a piece of wood under it. So this is an induction cooker, and the pot gets hotter if it's closer to the induction coils. So I put in a piece of wood under it. It's safe on induction cookers because wood can support 100 degrees no problem, it won't catch on fire. But on any other type of hot plate, please don't use it. That's just stupid. Okay, this is an induction cooker. It works with electricity, and it doesn't heat up the main surface. It heats up the pot directly, and the water inside the pot doesn't let it go much above 100 degrees Celsius. So yeah, let me just stir it a little. Yeah, the pot is making some sounds because it's shit. The the bottom of it is how do you say it? Not soldered. It's welded on, and that makes some sounds when it expands and shrinks, and some water gets in between the two sheets of stainless steel. So yeah, it's not ideal, but that's what I got for $6. It was $6 with the cover top, whatever you call this, included. So yeah, it's already boiling. When it's fully boiled, I just take off the pot, and then the cooker will switch off. It will beep at me to put it back, and when I put it back, I just reduce the temperature, which can be set right here. Let me show you. Right now it's at 270, I mean max power, but you can reduce it to like 80, and then it cuts the power to about half. So it doesn't have to do anything with degrees. It doesn't measure it. It's just arbitrary. They designed it this way for whatever reason, but it can only do two different power outputs. So the video just stopped because some limit or other, and I'm continuing to cook. It's not boiled yet. I'm waiting it for it to fully boil, and then I put in the wooden piece. hopefully. Then reduce the power and set the timer. Let me check if nothing is burning on the bottom. Nope. Okay. After it boils, it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes of slow boiling, or what do you call it? Yeah, slow boiling. It's almost like watching paint dry. So let's see. Better safe than sorry. Just stir it from time to time. At least in the beginning. The beginning is more important because when the rice is very dry, it can stick to the bottom of the pot, pan, whatever you call it, and then it can burn. And that's not really desirable, even though some dishes are like that, of fried rice. That's basically what you get when you burn rice. You get fried rice. Yeah. It's a completely different taste, but it's still edible, usually, until it's black and just carbon. Yeah. Why does it take so long to boil? Yeah, it's almost boiling. Okay. Then I take it off, put in the piece of wood, and start it at lower power. And set the timer also. Okay, it's almost boiling. Yep, let me just stir it once. Yes, and take it off. Put in the wood. Yes, yes, I know I took it off. Don't beep at me. So I put it back on. It continues to cook, but the power is still too high. So I reduce it to minimum and set the timer. Here's the timer, and to 20 minutes. Okay, and just I could leave it like that, but I usually supervise it. It's just a safety measure, so nothing goes wrong, because it's a cheap induction cooker after all. You never know what will happen. It's best to be nearby. So yeah, it switches between temperature and time when you set the timer, so you don't forget either parameter. Yes, it's slowly boiling. Let me just show you. That is ideal in my opinion. You just see some bubbles on top. Yeah, you can see. That's how I usually cook rice. And I also checked the rest of the ingredients. They all require just about 10 minutes of cooking. That's what it says on the packaging. So 20 minutes will be plenty, I think. Okay. Yeah, focus on the steam. That's useful. $18. And I probably speed up the video in editing, so yeah, this is kind of boring. But let me show you how the hot dog whatever is already expanding. So it was a semicircle and the internal part expanded, so it's like this now. And if I would have left it in a full circle shape, then it would have broken. So yeah, that's why I do this. It's more pleasing to the eye. 15 minutes. 13 minutes. I just put a fan nearby to blow away the steam from the camera. That's always a good idea. Yeah, kinda works, but not really. Let me position it better. Yeah, it's still hitting the camera. Whatever. Next time I will be more prepared. Video size limit reached. Thank you. This was some garbage law in Europe. Still active, I don't know. But there was some stupid law that limited video recorders to 13 minutes. So if your gadget could film more than 13 minutes, then you have to pay an extra tax, which is really stupid. But that's how smartphones got taxed. I mean the good smartphones. Some cheaper brands chose to limit the video to 13 minutes and then no problem. They didn't have to pay the extra 20% or what tax. Yeah. Ten more minutes and then it's ready. I usually leave it a bit with the top on to cool down and also to seal the flavor or something, I don't know. I just found it better that way. The moisture is then more equally distributed in the what do you call it, dish or food or serving or yeah, the food, the finished cooked food. It's already starting to look delicious, at least to me. You know, like when the kid is always cute to the parents and everybody else thinks it's an ugly kid. But whatever. 8 minutes. It should be ready before this stupid camera abandons the video again. I mean, it cuts the video at 13 minutes. So yeah. So, little backstory. I always hated cooking because of the stupid gas stove. I really hate it when you have to burn a fire to cook. You can't really control it. You sort of can, but not really, because the flame is about 600 degrees, and things can go wrong really fast if you leave it on too high, on a too big flame. So yeah, this is a much better solution. This cooker stays around 100 degrees if you're boiling water. If you're using oil, then it stays around 200, I think. Yeah, what is the boiling point of oil? Yeah, so it's really controllable. You won't burn anything, and this is a cheap one. But slightly more expensive induction hot plate will cook perfectly. You can set the temperature, and they are more flexible. These cost like 25 bucks. So yeah, that you get what you pay for. The good ones are at least 50 or 100 bucks. Then you can set the temperature very exactly, timer everything, and you can just leave it. Start cooking and leave it. It will monitor everything and shut it off when it has to. So yeah. But even this very cheap one is usable if you know what you're doing. A lot better than cooking on gas or wood fire or whatever else crap our ancestors used. And the caveman invented it, and we still use it today. Yeah. Electricity is at least a couple hundred years old, so it's much newer technology than fire. But yeah, this induction cooker is very good. It made me want to cook more. Yep, the rice is looking very nice. Mostly that's why you have to cook it for so long. The other ingredients are mostly fine already. After 10-15 minutes. Oh, wait, battery low. What? The battery. What's going on here? Running out of power. What can I do? I don't have a battery. I found a power bank, but I don't know if it will. Does it work? and I have to hold it in my hand. Yeah, this wasn't planned very well. The power bank just stopped charging. I don't know why. Okay, so now accidentally I put in exactly the proper amount of water. That's nice. So this power bank for some reason switched off the USB ports and stopped charging the phone. I mean the camera phone. I don't know. Kind of stupid. But whatever. I found another power bank. Two more minutes. And I was about to run out of battery. Oh boy. One minute, and then the induction cooker will switch off automatically and start the fan at a higher speed to cool down the coils inside, because they heat up after after tens of minutes of use. They need cooling for at least 1-2 minutes, and then everything stops and waits for new commands, for new dishes to be cooked. Okay, so this is very nice now. That's how I like it. The rice is still a bit hard, not paste, but it's also cooked very well. Look. Okay, it's switched off and it says it's ready. Okay, time to put on the top and take it into the dining room slash bedroom slash workshop slash everything. Living room, whatever you want to call it. Okay, the cooker is cooling down, and yeah, I will just show you how it looks on the plate in the end.